Hello, and welcome to our practice today. My name is Sam, and this is a 15-minute full-body yin yoga practice. Because it is a full-body class and only 15 minutes, we won't be holding these poses for very long, but you're always welcome to hold them longer if you're comfortable, if you'd like to do so, and vice versa. If it's too much, too intense, you can always back out of the poses sooner as well. Props are optional today. A couple of yoga blocks might be helpful. If you're on a hard surface, you might want a blanket for some extra cushion underneath your knees, and any other props you usually use for your yin practice. Thanks for joining today. I hope you enjoy our practice. If you have a favorite yin yoga pose you'd like to see in a future practice, feel free to leave a comment down below so I know the poses that you really enjoy and would like to see more of. So we'll get started today in a child's pose, coming onto your hands and knees. Maybe you have a blanket underneath your knees. Bringing your feet together and your knees apart as wide as you'd like. That might be as wide as the yoga mat. It might be a bit closer. Then start to lower your torso down, walking your arms forward. You might have a bit of a bend in your elbows. And resting your forehead on the mat, or bringing a block underneath your forehead, or maybe a folded blanket, just something to help bring the ground up to meet you. You can also place a blanket or pillow underneath your seat if your hips don't quite reach your heels here. We'll be in this pose for a couple of minutes, but you can always come out sooner, especially if you notice your lower body, like your legs or feet, starting to fall asleep. Inhale in, and exhale out. And press back up, coming to a tabletop, moving any props you were using off to the side, and take a couple of cat-cows if you'd like. Inhale, opening up your front side body, and exhale, round through your spine. You can also find other movements here, finding some movement if you'd like. And then we'll head to a low lunge. You can take whichever side you'd like. I'm starting with the right, stepping the right foot between the hands. You might take a block on either side of your foot. And we'll be in this pose for a couple minutes as well. Inhale in and exhale out. Moving nice and slow back to your tabletop. And then taking the other side, stepping your left foot between your hands, maybe taking blocks for support underneath your hands. And then we'll be here for another couple of minutes. And nice and slow, moving back to your tabletop. We'll come into puppy pose next, but this one can be pretty intense, so feel free to take a child's pose instead. For puppy pose or heart to earth, you might walk your knees back a little bit. Start to walk your hands towards the top corners of your mat and start to lower your heart to the earth. Your forehead might come to rest on the mat, or maybe you take a block or other support to rest your forehead on. You might just stay here for a few breaths. We'll be here for about another minute, but this can be pretty intense, so feel free to come out sooner as well. And pressing into your hands, coming back up to a tabletop. You might take a few rounds of cat-cow here. Sitting back in child's pose, taking a few breaths here as well. And then when you're ready, making your way onto your back, drawing your knees into your chest. Maybe rock gently side to side. And then we'll take a reclined pigeon. You can take whichever side you'd like. I'm starting with right leg up and then crossing right ankle over your left knee. You might keep your left foot on the ground, or you might lift it up. Hold with your hands, a yoga strap, or the wall. If you're close to that, you can place your foot up against the wall and let that hold your leg up for you. And then gently release your leg if it was lifted, and uncross the other. And then taking the other side, crossing left ankle over your right knee, and keeping your right foot on the mat, or maybe lifting it up. And again, you can hold it up with your hands, a yoga strap, or using the wall. And gently release and uncross, bringing both feet back to the mat. Or maybe draw your knees back in towards your chest. Or maybe you take a full body stretch, reaching your arms up overhead. From here, coming into Shavasana, you might stretch your legs out long. You might also keep a bend in your knees, bringing your feet to the mat, hip-width apart or wider, and let your knees rest inwards towards each other. You're welcome to stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like. You can also check out this Yin Yoga class here if you'd like a bit more time with a Yin practice. Otherwise, this is where I'll leave you today. Thank you so much for sharing your practice. I hope you enjoyed this one. Take care and have a great rest of your day.